Alright, so the next place we are heading into is the Zariman. In this entire place, there is really just one main meta farm to get standing, and that's farming Void Plumes. With this setup, you can get up to 20 plumes in just a single run. 8 from exploration, another 1 to 5 from bounty, 1 from angel if found, 5 from trading resources with Archimedean Yonta, and even more from lost ghosts and acolytes. So yeah, that's already a solid farm. That's what everyone comes here for, and that's exactly what I'm going to show you today. But before we get into it, here is the best part. You can farm and stack plumes infinitely, just like mother tokens from Deimos. And if you haven't seen how to farm those, check the previous video on this series, or click on the card popping up in the corner right now. You can hold as many plumes as you want and exchange them whenever you need. On top of that, there is a good chance you will also get 3k to 4k Endo, Aya, and other valuable resources as mission rewards, which makes this farm even better, and that's why I call it the one true meta farm of the Zariman. Simple, efficient, and honestly kind of relaxing once you get used to it. Alright, now let's get into how to actually do it. Setup and preparation. You can do this solo, but if you've got a team, it makes a whole process a lot easier, especially if everyone brings air support charges equipped with the Orokin Eye. That's the ability from the Parallax landing craft, and what it does is highlight rare items on your HUD. And in the Zariman, those rare items are, of course, the Void Plumes and Acolytes. I want to mention something now because it's really important. There are 2 things you need to know. First, you can't deploy air supports whenever you want. It has about 3 minutes cooldown before you can use it again, so you will want to make the most of it each time. The best spots to activate it are in the big rooms, like this one and few others across the map. And if you don't have the Parallax landing craft yet, don't worry. I will show you another way to do this later in this video. Second, the Lost Ghosts. If you want, you can use another kind of air support that the Zariman itself provides. Sometimes while exploring, you will come across these glowing blue-green orbs that you can interact with. Once you do, a shadow of a kid appears and starts running. That's called a lost spirit. If you found it, it will lead you to a hidden loot around the map, including extra Void Plumes, Acolytes, Ayaton sculptures, and even rare storage containers. Each lost spirit can only be used once per mission. Almost every time I run with random players, they just watch the ghosts lead them to the item and only pick it up after it reaches it. What they don't know is that it can actually lead you to more than just one item. It's only if you collect the loot before the ghost reaches it, it will change direction and guide you to the next hidden item instead. There is no exact number of how many lost spirits spawn. It's random, but usually you will find around 1 to 4 per mission, sometimes more in bigger maps like Void Cascade. So keep an eye out for them. They are basically free extra loot and plumes waiting for you to be found. Choosing your bounty. When choosing your bounty, always try to go for Exterminate Tier 5 if it is available. Tier 3 or 4 can also work fine, but Tier 5 gives the best standing per run, about 5 plumes. If you happen to get the bonus objective that says Awaken and Defeat an Angel, that's the one you really want, because after defeating an angel, you will get an extra Void Plumes as a bonus. If you are playing solo, I highly recommend sticking with Exterminate bounties only. They are fast and much easier to finish, and they don't rush you to complete objectives like Cascade does. That way, you can take your time, explore the map freely, collect plumes, and fight the angel at your own pace, without any pressure. The setup. Once you are in the mission, what you really want for this meta farm is a Warframe that can destroy containers fast. The idea is simple. You want to clear your minimap for all the regular container icons, so what left behind are the ones that can be destroyed. And those are usually the Void Plumes we are hunting. If you have Limbo or Xaku, those two are absolutely perfect for this job. Run them with a full range build and loot radar mods equipped. Their abilities can destroy containers across a huge radius, which saves you a ton of time while you collect your plumes. Now, personally, I prefer Limbo, so let's talk about him first. The build I am using is focused purely on ability, range, and loot radar. Some people might ask, what about survivability? And that's where Limbo's passive comes in. When Limbo rolls, he enters the rift, which basically puts him in another dimension. While he's inside the rift, he can take damage from enemies, and his energy slowly regenerates over time. Enemies you kill inside his fourth ability also helps you cover even more energy, so you never really run out. To make the run even smoother, I recommend deploying specters instead of on-call crewmates, since crew members only last for about 3 minutes and these runs usually take longer. Save your on-call crewmates for the angel fight, which I will talk about later in this video. The first specter you should use is the Stalker Spectre. He automatically seeks out and kill enemies for you. You can either obtain it from Nightwave rewards or buy it from the Nightwave market. Then deploy the Toxin Infested Spectre. This one's great backup because it also hunts enemies and deals toxin damage that targets health directly. You can get it from the Red Veil as a reward for your Syndicate stand-in. Together, they will basically do all the fighting for you, while you explore and loot freely. The second frame, Xaku. He can open crates with his fourth ability, just like Limbo, with a wide radius. But he is much easier and versatile. It's a lot easier with Xaku, because you don't really need specters. Xaku's own abilities can easily handle enemies, buff damage with his first ability, steal enemy weapons with his second, and reduce damage with his fourth, which also opens containers. For the build, you can take a similar approach, high range, loot radar, and a bit of ability strength. For reference, here is my Xaku build. And if you want to do it like me, take Shade as your companion, so you will stay invisible. Enemies can shoot what they can see, and that basically makes you invincible. But if you don't have either of those frames yet, don't worry, the farm won't be harder, it will just take a bit longer. Bring whatever frame you like that can clear enemies quickly. Pair it with a strong AoE weapon and just move from room to room, clear everything, break containers, and collect every plume you see. If you are playing with organized squad, that's where this farm really shines. One player can focus on killing enemies, other collects plumes, and the third handle the angel. If you've got a fourth player, let them help with enemy clearing and assist during the angel fight. With that setup, you will finish runs insanely fast and maximize your rewards every time. Angels and stand-in. Because angels are part of this farming loop, let's talk about them. There are always 3 big rooms in every Zariman mission, and angels only spawn inside those large rooms. If you find it in the first one, perfect. That's a quick and easy run. If not, check the next 2. Here are a few spots where angels usually spawn. Here, 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 and here. Or just keep moving through the mission and you will eventually spot one. Once you interact with the angel, here is how to kill it. Angels have 3 health bars, plus a final confirmation kill in the void. Start by deploying your on-call crewmate if you have one. It will help you a lot with bringing the angel down. If not, then you will need to deal all the damage yourself, or at the beginning of the mission, you will have to deploy your 1-star Spectre, so it can help you and follows you wherever you go. After you drain each health bar, jump into the shiny orb above its body. That will take you into the void, where you will fight it again using your operator form. There, you will need to kill it a second time. to confirm the phase and move to the next health bar. If your damage is higher enough, you will end the phase quickly and pop back into the normal world. But if it takes too long, the angel becomes immune to damage. That's when you need to Void Sling through his 2 or 3 attached orbs to make it vulnerable again. Each time you Void Sling through those orbs and return to ground. You will also create a protective bubble around you that blocks the angel's attacks while you shoot back. To make this fight easier, switch to Madurai Focus School before the mission. It massively boosts your amp damage, and if you aim for the headshots, you will melt the angel much faster than just hitting the body. Later on, if you want to build a better amp for angel hunts, I recommend going for these general use amps. The 147, a beginner-friendly, early to mid-game amp that's good, easy and versatile. And the 747, an advanced late to end game that's strong and requires much higher progress. Both of these builds perform extremely well for angel fights and Void Cascade missions. Once you've defeated the angel, go ahead and collect your Void Plume pinion, finish the bounty if it's not done yet, and extract. The Void Plumes you collect are worth between 500 and 5,000 standing each, and the plumes from the bounty itself gives around 2,500 standing. So if you keep repeating this loop, farming containers, collecting plumes, killing the angel, and trading everything for standing, you will reach your daily standing cap super fast. And let's be real, each run takes around 12 to 17 minutes once you get into the rhythm. And if you've done less, then you just better. When you are done, head back to Archimedean Yonta in the Crystallith, trade resources for more plumes, and finish it off with trading your plumes for standing right there. And that's basically it. The one true meta farm of the Zariman. Simple, efficient, and honestly kind of relaxing once you get used to it. If you do this right, you will never have to worry about sanding again. And yeah, that's it for this one. If this guide helped you even a little, don't be stingy. Hit that subscribe. I keep all my videos short and straight to the point, just like this one. Drop a like if you haven't already, and let me know in the comments if I missed anything important. Alright, thanks for hanging out, and I will catch you in the next one.